Have you ever stopped to wonder why some people at 80 still look energetic, sharp, and full of life, while others seem to shrink away from the world? It's not just genetics. It's not just luck. What if I told you that the secret might lie in what your body can still do? Movements so simple they often go unnoticed, yet so powerful they reveal how well you're aging. Today, we're going to uncover 8 physical and mental abilities that most 80-year-olds have already lost. But if you can still do even a few of them, you're not just surviving. You're thriving. You're aging in reverse. Each of these abilities taps into key systems of your body: muscles, balance, memory, even your heart and lungs. And losing them doesn't happen overnight. It's a slow fade that many don't realize until it's too late. But the good news? With awareness comes power. And with the right habits, it's never too late to restore strength, confidence, and independence. So stay with me, because what we're about to explore isn't just a checklist. It's a mirror. A mirror that might reflect a version of yourself that's stronger, sharper, and more capable than you ever imagined after 80. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to Life in Words so you never miss insights that can help you live longer and better. And if you're watching this right now, drop a quick yes in the comments to let us know you're still in the game. Sign number 1. You can get up from a chair without using your hands. It sounds basic, right? Just standing up from a chair. But this simple motion is one of the most telling indicators of physical independence and aging health. When you rise from a chair without using your hands, you're engaging a powerful synergy between your quadriceps, glutes, core muscles, and neuromuscular coordination. According to a 2021 study from the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy, older adults who can perform a sit-to-stand motion unaided are 3 times more likely to maintain their independence over the next 5 years. Let's get into the science. When you use only your legs to stand up, you require a minimum of 60% of your lower body strength. That includes eccentric control as you lower down and concentric force as you push up. Your hip flexors, lumbar stabilizers, and vestibular system, for balance, all have to coordinate in real time. This action even reflects cognitive health, since it involves motor planning and sensory feedback. Consider Margaret, now 81, who once prided herself on gardening daily. Last year, she began noticing she needed to press her hands against her thighs to rise. She brushed it off until a mild fall made her realize how much strength she'd lost. Determined, she started a 15-minute daily routine of chair squats, wall sits, and isometric core holds. Within 6 weeks, she was back to moving unaided and feeling 10 years younger. So here's your test. Sit in a firm chair with no arms. Cross your arms over your chest. Now stand up without rocking or using your hands. Did you do it smoothly? If yes, drop a 1 in the comments. That's your badge of strength, independence, and youth. And remember, this isn't about ego. It's about functional power. The kind that lets you get out of bed, use the restroom alone, or escape danger. Preserve it. Train it. Celebrate it. Sign number 2. You can walk at a brisk pace without getting winded. Walking is one of the most fundamental actions we perform. But walking briskly, without getting winded, isn't just about fitness. It's a biomarker. A study in JAMA found that walking speed alone can predict survival better than age or even chronic diseases. When you walk quickly, your cardiovascular system, respiratory system, musculoskeletal structure, and nervous system all work in tandem. A brisk walking pace, around 1.3 meters per second for seniors, indicates good stroke volume, oxygen uptake, VO2 max, and mitochondrial health at the cellular level. Meet Alan, 79. He used to enjoy daily morning walks, but one spring, he noticed he was stopping halfway down his usual path to catch his breath. Concerned, he spoke to his doctor, who ran basic tests and found nothing alarming. Still, Alan felt something was off. So he began speed intervals, 1 minute fast, 2 minutes slow, gradually building endurance. Within a month, his brisk pace returned, and so did his sense of control. This isn't just about getting around. Brisk walking improves blood flow to the brain, enhances insulin sensitivity, and reduces inflammatory markers like CRP, C-reactive protein. It's a moving meditation, a full-body scan, and a heart stress test, all in one. Want to test it? Try walking 20 feet as if you're late for a bus. Time yourself. Do you maintain balance? Is your breath steady afterward? If yes, comment 2 below. That means your heart and lungs are still in sync, and your cells are working at a pace that defies your birth year. Sign number 3. You can balance on 1 foot for 10 seconds. Think balance is just about not falling? Think again. The ability to stand on 1 foot for at least 10 seconds is one of the strongest predictors of longevity, according to a 2022 study published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine. Here's why. Balance depends on the integration of multiple systems: the vestibular system in your inner ear, visual input, proprioception, your sense of body position, muscle coordination, and cerebellar function in the brain. If any of these start to decline, even subtly, your ability to stay upright falters. Consider Beverly, 83. She noticed she was bumping into furniture more often. One morning, while brushing her teeth, she tried standing on 1 foot. She wobbled and grabbed the sink within seconds. Alarmed, she began daily balance drills, standing near the countertop, shifting weight, lifting 1 foot an inch, then higher. In 2 weeks, she could hold the pose for over 15 seconds without support. Good balance reduces fall risk, yes, but it also reflects brain-body connection, reflex speed, and even white matter integrity in the brain. That's why neurologists sometimes include single-leg balance in cognitive exams. It's a window into executive function and neuromuscular health. Want to try? Stand near a stable surface, lift 1 foot off the ground about 4 inches, and hold. Count to 10. Did you wobble or grab anything? If not, comment 3. You're doing better than most of your peers, and protecting yourself from the number 1 cause of hospitalization in older adults: falls. Sign number 4. You can get down on the floor and back up without help. 350 words. This movement is often overlooked, but it's a full-body assessment of strength, flexibility, balance, and problem-solving. To get down and back up, your core, quads, hamstrings, shoulders, hip flexors, and joint mobility all have to cooperate. More than that, your central nervous system must coordinate timing, balance, and spatial awareness. It's one of the most functionally demanding tasks we perform. Take Arthur, 85. His great-grandson wanted to play with Legos on the floor. Arthur hesitated, not because he didn't want to, but because he was afraid he wouldn't be able to get back up. That moment pushed him to train gently, seated leg raises, kneeling stretches, and practicing rising from all fours near a couch. A month later, Arthur joined his great-grandson on the floor and got up smiling. The science? Inability to get up from the floor without assistance is associated with higher mortality risk. According to the European Journal of Preventive Cardiology, individuals who scored poorly on the sight rising test were 5 times more likely to die within 6 years, independent of age. If you avoid the floor, ask yourself, is it because your body truly can't, or because fear has quietly crept in? Try kneeling by your bed and rising slowly. Can you manage without your hands? If so, comment 4. That ability is rare beyond 80, and it means your functional independence is intact. Sign number 5. You can carry a full grocery bag without struggling. 350 words. Lifting and carrying weight taps into more systems than you might think. It's not just about muscle. It's a full-body task that tests your grip strength, core stability, joint integrity, and postural alignment. Grip strength alone is a strong predictor of survival. According to research in The Lancet, weaker hand grip is linked to higher risks of cardiovascular events and mortality. It reflects systemic aging, muscle mass loss, nerve conduction decline, and inflammation. Meet Dorothy, 80, who once carried all her groceries in one go like a badge of honor. But over time, her reusable bags felt heavier. One day, she had to call her neighbor just to carry milk upstairs. She decided to change that. With light dumbbells, resistance bands, and even squeezing therapy putty, she rebuilt strength in her shoulders and forearms. Within 3 weeks, Dorothy was back to one-trip grocery runs. The ability to lift and carry weight shows that your sarcoplasmic and myofibrillar muscle fibers haven't atrophied too far. It also confirms joint stability, especially in the rotator cuff, elbows, and lumbar spine, which are prone to degeneration with age. Next time you go shopping, notice, do you grimace? Shift the bag from hand to hand? Pause on stairs? If not, and you carry weight with confidence, type 5 below. It means your muscle-to-fat ratio, coordination, and metabolic function are thriving. Sign number 6. You can climb a flight of stairs without stopping. Stairs don't lie. Climbing them is one of the best real-world assessments of cardiopulmonary fitness, leg strength, joint range of motion, and coordination. Each step upward increases your heart rate and requires more oxygen. Studies from Harvard Health indicate that seniors who can climb 10 stairs without assistance have a 40% lower risk of premature death. Let's meet Lillian, 82. After a slip on icy stairs 2 winters ago, she avoided staircases entirely. But during a visit to her daughter's 2-story home, the only bathroom was upstairs. Embarrassed after pausing halfway, she knew it was time to rebuild. With breathing exercises, calf raises, and stair-step drills, Lillian regained her strength and her confidence. Why does stair climbing matter so much? Because it forces your body to work against gravity. You're activating your gluteus maximus, hamstrings, calves, and hip abductors. You're increasing cardiac output and testing your balance under load. The inability to climb stairs is often the first sign of aerobic deconditioning, which leads to fatigue, isolation, and muscle loss. So here's a quick test. Can you climb a standard flight of 12 steps without holding the railing or stopping? If yes, comment 6. That's your proof that your energy, heart, and mobility are still on your side. Sign number 7. You can remember recent conversations and events. Clearly, memory is more than just recalling names or birthdays. It's a real-time indicator of your brain's vitality, especially the hippocampus, prefrontal cortex, and neurotransmitter function. Many assume memory loss is inevitable with age, but science says otherwise. A study from Neurology Journal found that seniors with preserved short-term memory had larger hippocampal volume and better cerebral blood flow than their peers, independent of age. Let me introduce you to James, 84. Once an accountant, James prided himself on mental sharpness, but one afternoon, he struggled to recall the name of his neighbor's dog, a name he'd said daily for years. That moment unsettled him. He began a simple routine, reading aloud, journaling daily thoughts, and playing memory card games with his granddaughter. In a month, his recall improved dramatically. The brain thrives on neuroplasticity, its ability to form new connections. When you engage with language, puzzles, or meaningful conversations, you activate the default mode network and enhance synaptic efficiency. This keeps your brain circuits strong and resilient. So, if you can remember what you had for dinner last night, the details of a recent conversation, or even what your friend said a few days ago, you're doing remarkably well. Comment 7 below. It's your brain's way of saying, I'm still firing on all cylinders. And remember, memory isn't just a function of biology. It's a habit. Stay curious. Keep learning. Talk, read, reflect. You're not just keeping your mind active, you're protecting your future independence. Sign number 8. You wake up feeling refreshed and rested. Do you wake up most mornings feeling clear-headed and steady, or groggy and stiff? Quality sleep is one of the strongest signs your body is aging well. During deep sleep, your brain undergoes glymphatic clearance, flushing out toxins like beta-amyloid, which are linked to Alzheimer's. Your immune system regenerates, and your hormones, like melatonin, growth hormone, and cortisol, are fine-tuned for balance. Let's talk about Elaine, 86. She began feeling foggy every morning and relied on 2 naps a day. Her doctor found no underlying illness, but her daughter, a sleep therapist, suggested a change in rhythm. Lights dimmed at 8 p.m., no screens after dinner, and sunlight exposure at dawn. Within 2 weeks, Elaine started waking up refreshed and needing no naps. Research in the Journal of Sleep Research confirms that even after 80, people who maintain strong circadian rhythms show slower cognitive decline and better emotional resilience. So ask yourself, do you fall asleep within 30 minutes? Sleep through most of the night? Wake up without needing to lie in bed another hour? If yes, comment 8 below. That's your sign that your nervous system, hormonal regulation, and metabolic repair processes are still running smoothly. Sleep isn't just rest, it's restoration. And if your body still knows how to do it right, you're ahead of the game. Conclusion. Let's pause for a moment. What you just heard isn't just a list of physical abilities. It's a reflection of resilience, a testament to what your body and mind are still capable of, even after 80. Most people assume that aging is a downward slope, more pills, more aches, fewer choices. But if you recognized yourself in even a few of these 8 signs, you are proof that aging can look entirely different. You are redefining what's possible. Maybe you can still climb stairs with ease. Maybe your memory is sharp. Maybe you're standing up from your chair without a second thought. These are not small things. They are functional victories. Each one whispers a truth that many forget. That you're still here, still strong, still becoming. And if you noticed some areas where you've slipped, that's not failure. That's awareness. And awareness is power. Because the good news is, almost all of these abilities can be trained, rebuilt, and regained. The body may change, but it never forgets how to heal when given the right habits. So here's your call to action. Choose one sign from today's video that you'd like to improve. Start small, be consistent, and keep going. If this video resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. And tell us in the comments, which sign are you proudest of? Which one will you start working on today? You're not just aging, you're adapting, you're evolving, and most of all, you're still in charge of your own story. Until next time, stay strong, stay sharp, and keep moving forward. Because aging doesn't mean fading. Sometimes it means rising again and again.